of the third row is Dale Morrison. Outside of him, Callum Auld. Car 82 on the inside of the third row is Kane Headkey. Inside of the fourth row. Let's get them right. Robert Trapp then on the outside of him. Away we go. They're going to salute you people who've been here in the beautiful summer weather of Kingaroy. 4 abreast. We might see some of that in the racing time.
Oh, have a look at
so
this.
So stand and cheer, folks. Wave your hands, show your appreciation. Some of these drivers have travelled a long, long way and have put in a big effort tonight to get here. This is the Uniform Zone Street Stock title of Queensland.
Wow.
40 laps coming your way.
How good does that look, ladies and gentlemen? Make some noise as they come round.
And I'll make a wild prediction here, Damo. Any one of the 24 cars out there could win because they're all capable of it.
You are not wrong about that, Paul Gannon. Do not count anyone out. What a sight for the Uniform Zone and so much more. 2020 Queensland title for street stocks here at Ian Botcher Race Parts, Kingaroy Speedway. Make some noise as they come round the back straight away. Make some noise as they come down the front straight away. We are moments away from 40 laps.
Okay.
As they go back in a 2x2.
Enough of the performance driving. Let's get into some racing. Josh Harm, Matt Nelson, what a great front row. Ben Stead and Nathan Barbala. Wow. Dale Morrison, Callum Auld. Lights stay flashing yellow. We'll do one more. Rolling lap, Kane Headkey on the inside of Robert Trapp. Steve Cook then is on the inside of Dylan Clampton. Here we go, folks. 40 laps coming your way. Josh Harm versus Matt Nelson off the front row to the white line. And then green flag watching for a green one. Rolling slowly to the white line, green flag about, we're off and racing, 40 laps coming your way. Josh Harm gets the better of the start, but Matt Nelson's not going to let him go anywhere. Matt Nelson on the outside, side by side, shows you how good the racetrack is. Matt Nelson, Josh Harm, Harmy backs away, comes back again as they go under the control tower for the first time. Josh Harm, Matt Nelson, Ben Stead, Nathan Barbala, they're still side by side. Down the back straight away and underneath the control tower. Race leader at the moment is Josh Harm, Matt Nelson, Ben Stead, Nathan Barbala. Nothing against them. Down through the western corner. Josh Harm's got himself out in the fresh air. Will come down under the control tower. Matt Nelson not too far away. Ben Stead, Nathan Barbala up high. Callum Auld about to join in the little scrap, as well as Dale Morrison. Here comes Nathan Barbala high on the racetrack, and here comes Ben Stead. Under the control tower once again. Josh Harm is the race leader. Nathan Barbala, Ben Stead, Matt Nelson in the mix. Go back then to Callum Auld. Next one through will be Dale Morrison. And right now, Harmy starting to put a little bit of distance between himself and the rest of the pack as he goes under the control tower once again. 5 laps of the 40-lap journey completed. He is going to run into some lap traffic very, very shortly. Josh Harm, bit of a gap back to Nathan Barbala. In there is Matt Nelson into second place. Then we've got Benstead, Callum Auld. The 13 car there is Dale Morrison coming up on lapped vehicles. Race leader, Josh Harm. Will he go inside? Will he go outside? Goes down the low track and puts a lap into the western corner. He's now a bit happier. He'll have a lap car between himself and the pursuing Nathan Barbala, who's going to stay up high on the track. Matt Nelson is following him through. Benstead would be the next one. Callum Auld, and then we go to Dale Morrison. Where's our race leader in the western corner? And he's got a whole tribe of lap cars now in front of him. Back we go to Nathan Barbala, staying high on the racetrack in front of Matt Nelson. Benstead would be the next one. We got a yellow one. Wow. We got 9 laps down. Starting to get in amongst the lap traffic. Probably good time to have a stop.
And Ian about to race past Kingaroy Speedway. Car number 11, the South Bernard boy Josh Harm, will lead them to the green flag. Nathan Barbala hot on his tail, and your current Queensland champion Matt Nelson has a look up on the inside of Barbala. Oh, what a great start by Matt Nelson. Benstead's there as well. Morrison, then Auld, then Robert Trapp, Barbala and Nelson, side by side, as we go down the back straightaway now. Harm, Nelson, Barbala just goes in front. Davey Barbala brings car 81 on the infield with a flat tyre. Harm, Barbala, Nelson, Benstead. The car's looking good for him. Morrison, then Auld. Robert Trapp, Suzuka's in there. Heike, Crompton, Roycroft. Josh Harm, 29 laps to go as he comes up hard on the tail of Roycroft. Nathan Barbala's still in there as well, finding a little bit of track up high. Oh, Josh Harm's been held up by Roycroft. Ducks on the inside, Barbala around the outside. Barbala up high, Harm down low. Josh Harm gets held up. Nathan Barbala finds the high line, has been driving well all night. 2 heat race wins for him. Matt Nelson is just sitting back there, watching it all go on. Harm, Barbala, Nelson, Stead, Auld, Morrison, Trapp, Suzuka, Roycroft, Heitke, Campton and Cook. Josh Harm now. Up on the back of Huff. Josh Harm still holds on to the race lead. 25 laps to go. Nathan Barbala's not letting off though. Paul Gannon.
Down the main straight away, folks. You couldn't throw a blanket over them. Have a look at them. Harmy on the inside. Nathan Barbala. Matt Nelson not too far away. Josh Harm gets a little bit of a run down on the inside. He's got some more lap traffic right up in front of him. Nathan Barbala now falling back into the grips of Matt Nelson. Nelson comes up the inside looking for position number 2. Benstead is still in there as well. Down the back straight away. Josh Harm, he's got a lot of lap traffic coming up in front of him. Luke Wilkinson is the first one. Have a look at the battle for position number 2 between Matt Nelson. Nathan Bubbler on the outside says, no way, I want to keep going there as they run round the western corner, down the back straight away. Josh Harm, have a look at the traffic in front of them. One getting a little bit untidy was Gordon Manolo. Josh Harm goes high on the track. He's going to have to get around this lap traffic in the western corner. He's got 2 of them as the others follow him through and they head down the back straight away. Josh Harm, Gordon Manolo's the next one in front of him. Back behind him, it's still Nathan Barbara in front of Matt Nelson. Ben Stead has dropped a little bit back further. They're staying high on the racetrack. On the top, the one they're looking for is Gordon Madolo. They get underneath him, down past the pit gate, round underneath the control tower. It is still Josh Harm. Next one in front of him is the Sunshine Coast car number 13 of Steve Cook. A whole tribe of cars in front of Josh Harm. He takes one down the back chute. He's got a couple of cars between himself now and Nathan Barbara. Gets a little bit offline that time under the control tower. Nathan Barbara versus Matt Nelson. The battle royal for position 2. Ben Stead trying desperately to get up with them to get involved in this little scrap as well. Josh Harm on the outside of the racetrack. Underneath the control tower he goes. Ken Sampson is the next one in his sights. Staying high on the racetrack. Got to weave his way through the lap traffic. Josh Harm underneath the pit gate he goes. Peter Thompson's the next one in front of him as he's got in position number 2. It is still Nathan Barbara and Matt Nelson and Ben Stead. Have a look at them, they're all there. Round the western corner, Harmy. Underneath the pit gate he goes.
Oh, have a look at the way Josh Harm is picking his way through the lap traffic and getting further and further in front. Nathan Barbara, he's back in position number 2. I think this is how the race will be run or lost. Who can get their way through lap traffic the best? Harm, Barbara, then Matt Nelson, Ben Stead still there, Shane Roycroft, Dale Morrison as well. Street stock racing, 14 left to go. This is fantastic stuff here at Ian Botcher Race Parts Kingaroy Speedway. As he finally goes past Suzuka. Is now 2.5 seconds in front of Matt Nelson. Matt Nelson, he's in position number 2. Barbara's there in 3, and Ben Stead is fighting for position number 4. It's great stuff, Paul Gedden. Fantastic stuff. Nelson, Barbara, Stead, Roycroft, Morrison, Trapp, Heidke, Campton, and Suzuka. That's your top 10.
Josh Harm in the western corner. We're down 2. He's got 11 to go. Stays down low on the racetrack. Robert Trapp's the one who stays up high out of his way. Josh Harm through turns 1 and 2 and under the control tower. The next one in his sights is Dale Morrison, the 13 car, as he heads towards the western corner. We go back to position number 2, which is a great battle. Right now, Matt Nelson has got himself clear.
Oh, we've got one around.
Got a yellow one.
Around.
Wow. Street stock racing, folks. Absolutely. 10 to go.
Wow.
Don't forget, folks, you're invited to this trophy presentation at the end. Still got a super sedan feature race to go. Outside the Witch's Hat, 10 to go.
What will be Matt Nelson's strategy here?
Stay as close to the car in front as you can.
And go fast. Hit that go fast pedal as hard as he can.
And
This has been great racing.
I'll jump in very quickly, boys. Harmy has been on an absolute tear. He's lapped all the way up to position number 6. So he's been flying out there. And look at Roycroft. He started all the way back in 13th position. He's up to 5th. The Hulk from Victoria, he's on a charge, and this yellow will help him out big time.
Yeah, if you're driving out of Victoria in these sort of times, you aren't here to play around. Great stuff up into position number 5.
Still a yellow one, so still a few cars to get put into position. No, the yellow flag withdrawn. Here we go, folks. The final 10 laps coming your way. Josh Harm, Matt Nelson, Nathan Barbala, Ben Stead, Shane Roycroft, Dale Morrison will be the next car to the outside of the witch's hat. Can we get the final 10 done? Queensland Street Stock title, watch a green one. We're off and racing. Josh Harm gets the better of it from Matt Nelson. A bit of a change from Ben Stead. Up the inside of Nathan Barbala. He comes the next one through there. Here's a Shane Roycroft, and that's the way they go, careering down the back straight away up high on the racetrack. Here's our race leader, Josh Harm. He's got the laps down to single figures. Matt Nelson is closing on him. Ben Stead, Nathan Barbala arguing about position number 3. The race is up the front. Josh Harm versus Matt Nelson. Underneath the control tower again. Down the main straightaway, Josh Harm, Matt Nelson. Have a look at the battle for position number 3. Ben Stead and Nathan Barbala. Ben Stead gets the advantage and moves into position number 3. It's still Josh Harm just to the better of Matt Nelson. Down the main straightaway they go. The battle is still on there for position number 3 with Shane Roycroft there in position 5. Down the back chute once again. Josh Harm versus Matt Nelson under the control tower. The lap slowly ticking away. Harmy goes down the main straight into that western corner. Matt Nelson follows him around down the back straight away, and they'll be looking at catching up with Felicity Boycup very, very shortly. Under the control tower they go. 5 laps remaining.
5 laps to go in the Street Stock 2020 title for the Uniform Zone, and so much more here at Ian Botter Race Parts, Kingaroy Speedway. Josh Harm, he's 0.383 of a second in front of your current Queensland champion, Matt Nelson. We've got 4 laps to go. It's Harm, Nelson, Barbala, then Stead. Can Josh Harm hold on? 3 laps to go now. He's slowly wheeling it away. Matt Nelson is trying everything he can to wheel in Josh Harm. Ben Stead and Nathan Barbala fighting out for position number 3 and 4. 3 laps to go now in the Queensland State title. For Street Stocks, Josh Harm is half a second in front of Matt Nelson, and then it's back to Ben Stead, Barbala, Roycroft, Morrison, Trapp, Heidke, Crampton, Suzuka. White flag is out. Can Josh Harm hold on? Can my voice hold on? Nelson up high, Harm down low. We've got a slow car. Can Josh Harm get it? Josh Harm. Josh Harm is your new Queensland champion. Matt Nelson for 2. Ben Stead for 3. Nathan Barbala for 4. Ladies and gentlemen, your new Queensland State champion, Josh Harm.
Oh, come
Wow.
on. Kingaroy, stand and cheer. That is a class act. That is a class race. And fantastic driving from the two up the front, Josh Harm and Matt Nelson. I don't know what you paid to get in, but you earned every penny of it tonight.
How about that? 40 laps of racing and 2 stoppages only. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Stead, he got position number 3. Put your hands together for him as well. But Josh Harm, he's made it 4 from 4 tonight. And is now your 2020 Queensland champion. What a great race, Paul Gannon. Oh,
Absolutely.
yes, make some noise for him.
And don't forget, folks, you're all invited. Come around and enjoy it. And I tell you what, that will go down in my memory anyway. One of the greatest races, Damie, I've seen. And Harmy, fantastic. Matt Nelson, fantastic.
That was probably one of the best races I have seen in a long, long time. The racing was clean. Everyone gave each other plenty of room. 2 stoppages in 40 laps.
Great stuff.
Wow. Wow. Josh Harm lights it up on the back straight away. You know, I was talking to him at the beach last Saturday. Might have been Sunday, and he looked really cool and calm. Maybe that was the secret.
Yes.
Going to the beach for the weekend.
Going to the beach. Hard to believe, too. Tonight, he told me, he just met the car owners tonight as well.
Wow.
Car sent for Harmy to drive, and I tell you what, next time you see it, one of those ones will be missing. It'll have Q1 on the side of it. It's not 11 any longer. It's Q1, and we are going to have a word. Yes.
And as you mentioned, Paul, you've got to put your hands together for Reg Corbett and the whole Patriot Motorsports crew. A massive effort to get the car up here and racing in Queensland. And I think Reg and the whole team, the whole Patriot crew will be very, very proud with that one.
He's just a little bit happy.
I tell you what, there's a lot of cheering going on in this cockpit. Josh Harm, you are the Queensland champion. How about that, young fella?
Hell yes!
That is the best race we've seen in a long time. 40 laps, 2 stoppages. You held on. You made this car about 30 metres wide. How does it feel, champion?
Feels unreal, Damo. Track was sensational. The blokes we're racing against are absolutely unreal, and Sheilers. It was so hard going through lap traffic, top and bottom being so even. I saw Nello on the outside of the last corner there, and I got a bit scared for a second, but no, got there in the end.
Mate, congratulations. Go out there and enjoy it. We'll see you on the podium very shortly.
Woo, thank you.
He is absolutely pumped.